A$AP Rocki is pulling back the curtain on a quieter, more intimate truth, one that doesn't flash under stage lights or echo through sold-out arenas, but instead lives in the soft, everyday rhythm of family life. In a world that has watched Rihanna evolve from a global pop icon into a business powerhouse and cultural force, he's now sharing what that transformation looks like from the inside. Not the headlines, not the spectacle, but the subtle, profound shift that came with motherhood, one that, in his words, has changed her deeply, yet somehow not at all. Because while growth has reshaped her days and responsibilities, the essence of who she is, that unmistakable spark, remains untouched, glowing just as brightly as ever. He reflects on her with a sense of awe that feels both grounded and reverent, describing how stepping into motherhood didn't erase the woman the world has always admired, it expanded her. It added layers, depth, a new dimension of strength and tenderness that only comes from nurturing life. In the span of just a few years, she has embraced raising 3 children's sons, Rza and Riot, and their baby daughter Rocki, and in doing so, she has stepped into a role that has redefined her priorities, her pace, and her perspective. Yet even as she navigates sleepless nights, playful mornings, and the constant demands of parenting, there's a consistency in her spirit that refuses to fade. To him, she is still that girl, not in a nostalgic sense, but in a way that acknowledges her unchanging core, the charisma, the authenticity, the effortless magnetism that has always set her apart. He speaks of her almost philosophically, as though trying to articulate something that goes beyond ordinary description. The way she thinks, the way she moves through the world, the energy she carries, it all exists on a different level, he suggests, something rare and almost intangible. It's not just admiration, it's recognition of something singular, something that can't be replicated. And while the outside world might imagine their lives as a constant blur of luxury, appearances, and late-night celebrations, the reality they've built together tells a different story. These days, their joy is found in simplicity and shared moments that don't demand attention or applause. They spend evenings on the couch, watching films and documentaries, choosing connection over chaos, presence over performance. It's a shift that speaks volumes, not just about where they are in life, but about what truly matters to them now. Their journey to this point wasn't mapped out with rigid plans or carefully calculated steps. In fact, it unfolded in a way that felt almost accidental, yet undeniably right. During a time when the world slowed down, when uncertainty forced people inward, they found clarity in each other. The stillness of a global pandemic created space for something real to take root, allowing them to understand not just who they were individually, but who they could be together. Without the usual distractions, without the rush of schedules and obligations, they discovered a rhythm that felt natural, inevitable even. She has spoken about that period with a kind of quiet honesty, acknowledging that without that pause, things might have taken longer. They might have needed more time to reach the same place, to feel the same certainty. But instead, everything aligned in its own time, without pressure or overthinking. Conversations about the future didn't need to be forced. Decisions didn't need to be dissected. It all unfolded organically, as though guided by something beyond logic. Starting a family wasn't a meticulously planned milestone, it was something that simply happened. Something that felt right in the moment, and even more right in hindsight. There was no grand declaration, no dramatic turning point. Just a shared understanding, a quiet acceptance that this was the path they were meant to take. And in embracing it, they found something deeper than either of them could have anticipated. For him, watching her step into motherhood has been nothing short of extraordinary. Not because it changed her into someone else, but because it revealed new facets of who she already was. The nurturing, the patience, the fierce protectiveness, all of it was always there, waiting to be expressed in a new way. And as she balances the demands of her career with the responsibilities of raising children, she does so with a grace that feels almost effortless, even when it is. There's a kind of admiration in the way he talks about her that goes beyond love, it's respect. It's wonder. It's the recognition of a partner who continues to surprise and inspire him. He sees her not just as the mother of his children, but as a woman who has managed to evolve without losing herself, to grow without letting go of the qualities that made her who she is. And perhaps that's what makes their story resonate. It's not just about fame or success or the idea of a power couple. It's about transformation that feels real, grounded in shared experiences and mutual support. It's about finding balance in a life that could easily tip into excess, choosing instead to build something meaningful behind the scenes. In the end, what he's describing isn't just change, it's continuity. A reminder that even as life shifts and expands, the core of who we are can remain steady. That growth doesn't have to mean losing yourself. It can mean becoming more fully who you've always been. And in her case, that means continuing to be, in every sense of the word, magic.